everybody, Alexa Zepp here with the Daily Racing Form, and Happy New Year. It's my first time back with y'all since 2025 began. I was doing some world travel, which was awesome, but I am happy to be back. I hope you all had wonderful holidays. And I know it's kind of a tough time right now in our country. A lot of people experiencing a lot of different natural disasters, whether it's ice or the fires. So I hope everyone is safe and your families and your pets are safe. My thoughts are with y'all, and gonna do my best to provide some entertainment and some fun for this weekend. Try to give you some winning selections here with a pick 3 down at Gulfstream Park. So like I said, we're at Gulfstream. It's races 8, 9, and 10. We've got the Sunshine Classic Stakes as their 10th race and feature on the card that will close out this pick 3. So starting with race 8, a bit of a tough race. I spread in here, including 4 horses on the ticket. It's a $10,000 claimer for fillies 4-year-olds and up, going a mile in the 16th on the synthetic. So I'll be using the number 1, Amunet, at 10-1 morning line odds. I wanted to include this long shot because she has a pattern of winning off a long layoff. She's had 3 career wins, and each one has been off a layoff. She's now coming off a 2.5-month layoff here. So she's a closer, so don't really expect her to see her apart until late in the game. We'll also include the 8, Grandma's Pudding, at 8-1 odds, who won a race last out going this distance on synthetic at Gulfstream. And that was her first out with new trainer Carlos David, who is a much more successful trainer than her prior 7% trainer. So I would expect an improvement second out with him, which he wins 23% of the time at, and she should be near the lead early. We'll also use the number 9, Busy Moline, at 9-2 morning line odds. Have been consistently running races that would make her very competitive here, and then ran a real disappointing one last out, but was bumped and had a tough trip. So I think you can probably throw that race out completely. She was claimed that day, and this is her first out after the claim with trainer Robert DeBona. And he's got a 25% win rate with over a $2 ROI for first off the claim. This mare has won 8 out of 28 lifetime starts with almost as many finishes in the money, and she's come from both on the lead and off the pace. So her tactical skills should serve her well in this field. And finally, we'll use the number 12, Smart Spending, at 4-1 for the Barboza Barn, who's quite hot right now with a 24% win rate. She hit the board in every race but 2 in 2024 and had consistently improving speed figures. She's also a closer who likes to sit off the pace and come at the end. Race 9 is an allowance race for 3-year-olds going a mile in the 16th on the turf. Going to use 2 in here. There's definitely one to beat, who's the 6, Dream On, at 6-5 morning line odds, heavy favorite. But we'll also use the 3, City of Oscars, at 10-1. This will be his 5th lifetime start. Was improving nicely for his first 3, and then had a bad performance last out when they stretched him out. But he hit the rail, and I think you can truly toss that race out of his PPs. So Mark Cassie's trying again with the stretch out, and if this heavy favorite doesn't wire the field, he'll be liable to close on them all for the win. That favorite, though, is, again, Dream On at 6-5, a talented colt who has been running against tougher in Grade 1 competition. Last start was in the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, where he led the majority of the race before getting passed for 5th by only 2.25 lengths. He's the favorite, but I really just see him having more ability than the rest in here and should be able to get that leading position with just some pace pressure from the 2, who I think should fade. So will be tough to beat. Race 10 is the feature, the Sunshine Classic Stakes for Florida breds, 4-year-olds and up, going a mile in the 16th on the dirt. Spreading in here, this is a tough one. We'll be using 4 horses, starting with the number 2, Cosieres, at 8-1 odds, who's back to Gulfstream for the first time in close to a year after finishing 3rd in a stakes race at Tampa Bay Downs 3 weeks ago. He boasts 4 career wins and 9 lifetime starts at Gulfstream, but the only time this son of Kozan didn't finish in the money was in this race last year, where he was 6th, beaten by 11.5 lengths. So he has faced much better in graded stakes company at Monmouth this summer, where he faded. This competition tomorrow is going to be a more comfortable level, closer to his level. So could be very competitive. The 4, Secret Chat, at 3-1 odds, is a lightly raced 4-year-old coming off his first career win against Open Company, going a mile with a career best speed figure. He's an improving type who's won both races since entering the barn of Victor Barboza, who's hot right now. Returns to Florida Bred Company, where he has 2 wins in 3 starts. So he should sit a trip right off the speed, stretching out past a mile for just the second time in his career. Number 5, Awesome Train, is a long shot in here. I like at 10-1. Has won 2 straight, running back-to-back strong speed figures, the 2 highest of his career so far. He's rattled off 4 career wins since being gelded. This makes his 12th start of the form cycle, having at least 1 race in each of the last 9 months. So he's a bit of a machine. He seems to be in peak form, and I like him in here. Finally, the number 9, Lightning Tones, at 12-1 odds, another long shot play. Son of Tonalist, who tends to do his best running late. 2 back, he lost by a nose on a sloppy track, going a mile over this course, then stretched out to a mile on the 16th last out, finishing 3rd by half a length, and finishing really strongly. He was winless in 2024, but has had 3 wins, including stakes wins, over this Gulfstream track. So definitely a specialty placement for him and an interesting price play for sure. So that is the pick 3. It is $32 for $1, and I think we have some real opportunity in here to get a nice pair. We got quite a bit of long shots, that one heavy favorite, but definitely some opportunity to make some money. So good luck to you all this weekend on all of your bets, especially if you play this pick 3 with me.